Today, we're diving into the true story of William Wallace, the Scottish knight who became a symbol of freedom. Let's travel back to the late 13th century. Scotland is in turmoil. King Alexander III has died without a clear heir, and King Edward I of England, also known as Longshanks, sees his chance. He installs a puppet king and begins to assert his dominance over Scotland. The Scottish nobles are divided, and the people are oppressed. This is the world William Wallace was born into around 1270. Unlike the movie, Wallace wasn't a simple farmer. He was born into the gentry, a family of minor nobles. This means he likely received some education and military training. The exact event that pushed him into open rebellion isn't crystal clear, but historical accounts point to the killing of an English sheriff named William Heselrigg in May 1297. This act wasn't just personal revenge. It was a spark that ignited a nationwide uprising. Suddenly, Wallace wasn't just a man on the run. He was the leader of a growing rebellion. Commoners, tired of English oppression, flocked to his banner. He joined forces with Andrew Moray, another noble leading a similar revolt in the north. Together, they commanded a formidable, if unconventional, army. This leads us to their most famous victory, the Battle of Stirling Bridge on September 11th, 1297. The English army, confident and heavily armored, needed to cross a narrow bridge to engage the Scots. Wallace and Moray waited patiently. They let a portion of the English forces cross and then attacked, trapping them. The narrow bridge became a death trap. The Scottish spearmen, or schultrons, formed impenetrable walls of pikes, decimating the English cavalry. It was a stunning victory against overwhelming odds, and it showed that the mighty English army could be beaten. After this triumph, Wallace was knighted and named Guardian of Scotland, ruling in the name of the exiled Scottish king, John Balliol. He even led raids into northern England, taking the fight directly to the enemy. For a brief moment, Scotland was free, and Wallace was its hero. But King Edward I was not a man to be trifled with. Enraged by the defeat, he gathered a massive army, equipped with a new devastating weapon, the English longbow. He marched north to crush the rebellion once and for all. The two armies met at the Battle of Falkirk on July 22, 1298. Wallace again used his schultron formations, but this time, Edward was smarter. He kept his valuable knights back and unleashed a storm of arrows from his longbowmen. The Scottish spearmen, with little protection, were slaughtered from a distance. The formations broke, and the English cavalry charged in to finish the job. It was a catastrophic defeat for the Scots. Wallace managed to escape, but his reputation was shattered. He resigned as Guardian of Scotland and spent the next few years as a fugitive, possibly traveling to France and Rome to seek support for the Scottish cause. His luck finally ran out in 1305. He was betrayed by a Scottish knight loyal to the English and captured near Glasgow. He was taken to London for a show trial. Charged with treason, Wallace famously retorted that he could not be a traitor to King Edward, as he had never sworn allegiance to him. The verdict was a foregone conclusion. On August 23, 1305, he was subjected to one of the most brutal executions imaginable. He was hanged, drawn, and quartered. His head was placed on a pike on London Bridge, and his limbs were sent to different cities in Scotland as a gruesome warning to any other would-be rebels. But Edward's plan backfired. Instead of crushing the Scottish spirit, the brutal execution of Wallace turned him into a martyr. His sacrifice inspired others, most notably Robert the Bruce, who would rise up, defeat the English, and secure Scotland's independence at the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314. So, while Braveheart takes many creative liberties, the blue face paint, the romance with the princess, the timeline of events, it captures the essence of William Wallace's spirit. He was a man who, against all odds, stood up to a tyrant and became an enduring symbol of the fight for freedom. His legacy isn't just in the pages of history books. It's in the heart of a nation he helped to define. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. See you next time.